Hello everyone. Welcome to Hear, Listen, Speak. Have you ever had ringing in your ears? I am not talking about an external ringing sound. I am talking about ringing inside our ears. It could not only be ringing sound, it could be whistling, buzzing, roaring. It can even be a speech-like sound in very few people. This is called tinnitus or tinnitus. If you experience this tinnitus, you are not alone. Many youngsters get it, and 1 in 5 aged above 50 can also get tinnitus. Now let's see what are the types of tinnitus, or what is the nature of tinnitus. Tinnitus can be heard in one side of the ear or both the sides. It can even be heard anywhere in the head. When we speak about volume of the tinnitus, it varies from person to person. Some hear it as loud, some hear it as very soft. Some days he can hear it loud, some days he can hear it soft. And even within a day, in the morning he might hear it very soft. By evening it increases in loudness. So it varies. When we talk about duration of the sound, many of them can hear it continuously throughout the day, 24/7. Some hears it intermittently. Intermittent means they might hear it for 1 or 2 days and then it stops. It comes back again after a week. And it goes on like that. In most of the cases, the person who is experiencing this sound only can hear the sound. Others will not be able to hear it. That's called subjective tinnitus. In very few cases, even others can hear the sound. That's called objective tinnitus. Now, why does this sound happen? It is said that around 75% of the people with tinnitus have a mild degree, at least a mild degree of hearing loss. And when the brain gets less sound from the ear, it is not so used to less sound coming from ears. So it starts making a phantom sound of its own, nothing but tinnitus. Another explanation which says is it is an abnormal electrical activity that goes on in the brain when it gets less sound from the ears. In short, most of the studies relate it to hearing loss. Now, there is the other 25% who can have normal hearing and then tinnitus. There is no clear explanation for those people having normal hearing and tinnitus. And some of them associate tinnitus even to stress. Any single disturbance in the ear can give rise to tinnitus. It could be as simple as an impacted earwax. Another thing can be a perforated eardrum or a fluid in your middle ear. Or a major reason can be inner ear related problems. What do we have in our inner ear? We've got hearing cells. So anything that can affect hearing cells can also give tinnitus. Example, age-related hearing problem which reduces the number of hearing cells. Any medications that can affect our hearing cells. Sound exposure at work or listening to loud music. All this can reduce the number of hearing cells in our inner ear. All these can trigger tinnitus. Not the point. Not always all these can give tinnitus, but high chances that these people can experience tinnitus. It's definitely going to make the person very alert when he hears tinnitus for the first time, because he's never experienced tinnitus in his life before, and it is such a new sound ringing in his ears and is disturbing him all the time. But there could be complete cure for tinnitus in some cases. Yes, I said it right. When we Google about tinnitus, most of it says that there is no cure for tinnitus, you have to live with it. But in some cases, tinnitus can be completely cured. I will tell you a few examples. If at all we have an impacted earwax that's giving us tinnitus, then removal of the wax makes tinnitus fade away. And if the tinnitus is due to a perforated eardrum, there are surgical options to repair your eardrum. So that also makes the tinnitus fade away. If it is due to a middle ear infection which gives a fluid collection in your ear, once that fluid drains off, tinnitus also slowly fades away. So, understanding the cause of tinnitus is very important in the treatment of tinnitus. It is very important to go and meet your ENT doctor. He would be able to understand if you've got any ear infections or wax in your ears and would be able to treat you accordingly. And most of the cases, an ENT doctor would be sending you to an audiologist for further evaluation. An audiologist would be able to identify if at all there is a disturbance in your ear and if that is what causing your tinnitus or not. Now, I said some cases of tinnitus there is complete cure possible. What if this cure is not possible? For example, if your tinnitus is due to hearing loss which is coming from your inner ear, meaning to say your hearing cells are damaged, then there are no medicines available to regrow these hearing cells in our inner ear. So that is when the tinnitus management is very important. The experience from tinnitus is different for different people. Some take it very lightly and some take it really seriously and they get anxious, depressed and sad and guilty. So the management of the tinnitus depends upon how is the person emotionally taking the tinnitus. So it has an audiological approach to it plus it has a psychological approach to it. Audiologically, if there is a problem with your ear, we need to correct it. For example, if you have a hearing loss, it has to be corrected by using a hearing aid. In many cases, just by using hearing aid itself, tinnitus can be controlled. But in some cases, where there is no significant hearing loss, we may not be able to give you a hearing aid. In those cases, more of psychological approach would help us. Think about sounds in your house itself. You have the sound coming from your fridge. When you switch on the fan, it makes a sound. And are we really bothered about these sounds? Never, right? Why are we not bothered about these sounds? Our brain has learned to selectively neglect these sounds, or our brain has understood that these sounds are just not important for our life and we can easily neglect these sounds. The same concept is used in understanding tinnitus or treatment of the tinnitus. So few approaches which use this concept is cognitive behavioral therapy, tinnitus retraining therapy and mindfulness. We will talk in detail about all these management approaches in our coming videos. I hope this video was useful. See you all in the next video. Till then, happy hearing.